Hello and welcome everybody, and thank you for joining me again. My name is Wilky, and sorry for not putting up any videos lately, but there are a couple of reasons why I have not been too active on the video content side. And also I will be talking about the current situation, the possible future, and my own future with the game in this video. So there's not going to be any gameplay footage or anything. So if you're looking for that, sorry, there's nothing going to be of that. You're just going to watch me collecting river water. Plus, I don't know exactly how long this video will be. It might turn out to be like a 20-minute video rant. So hopefully it will not be that. Anyways, yeah, the most pressing issue pretty much right now is that there's an all-time low in player base for a couple of reasons. One, the hackers still haven't been dealt with effectively. They are doing that right now, so this might change in future. Still, a lot of hackers still running around in PvE mostly, some in PvP, but really the most pressing issue we have is the hackers in PvE that get insane amount of gear for simply doing nothing or hacking, and they don't really get punished for it, at least not so far. So that's a very, very pressing issue, because that infuriates, or that simply drives people off the game, because it's quite annoying, really, that I have to work for my gear, and somebody else can just use a bot, or a script, or a hack to farm, I don't know, 10 times as fast, or simply passively farm without actively playing. Which is quite saddening, but it is pretty much the truth we have to face at this point. The second most pressing issue is that sieges, or castle and node wars, got delayed once again, hopefully until next week. I really give them the hope that they will release these within the next week, hopefully not the next 2 weeks, or hopefully not even longer, because so far what we've learned is that they love to delay their stuff, which is a sad truth. They love to delay everything quite heavily, and the biggest issue I have with that is that a couple veterans, including myself, that played on the Korean and or the Russian server, we made certain forum posts, or not only one, like also PDF file was created with pretty much all the information regarding stuff like gear imbalances and stuff where the game could be majorly improved of, and nothing of that kind has really been done. So we're kind of sad about that, and that led to a lot of people running rampant and pretty much abusing the system how it is currently working. But that aside, they love to delay stuff. They went out with a schedule that said we're gonna get sieges within 4 weeks of the release. And now we're like, what, I think 12 weeks, 13 weeks if I'm not mistaken. Let me take a look at my, that should be 1, 2, yeah, we're about 3 months-ish. That's a pretty hefty, well, not exactly like 10 weeks, but that's a pretty heavy delay, and we still haven't gotten the sieges, which was announced as a core mechanic of the game, because it is a core mechanic of the game, because the game doesn't really offer anything else. Because PvE, let's be honest, grinding, I wouldn't really call that PvE, and the world bosses are probably one of the worst world bosses ever designed in a new game, because all you do is you zerk them out, or you throw yourself with an ult at them, which, yeah, is, to be fair, not really all that much fun. But yeah, it is what it is, and this is certainly not something that will be changed. But the core mechanic of the game is still missing, and we still don't have a definite schedule. They said within 1 or 2 weeks now. Well, we will see, really, because they simply like to delay everything, and apparently their communication with Pearl Abyss is so horribly bad, and I can't stress this all too much. I'm not sure, I'm not working with either Pearl Abyss or Dom, but I have been working with other publishers and developers in the past, including Korean publishers and developers, so I know how the Koreans work, and I know from my personal experience that communication with them isn't as hard as they think it is. There is quite a bit of an issue, because like their structure and the people that give money and the people that make decisions in Korea, that's a bit of a weird one. But usually the people that are for patching, translating, community managers, GMs, or anything, they are usually very open, and they are you can communicate very well with them. So getting out basic info isn't really that hard. And what I mean by that is that the Q&A got delayed because they didn't know that there was a public holiday in Korea, and that basically just goes to show that they have absolutely zero communication with them going up. I don't really understand how something like that can be happening. Did they literally just go and ask Pearl Abyss 2 hours before the Q&A that we have some questions for you or something? I cannot fathom that, really. This is something unexplainable for me in today's world of economy and business handling and issues. How a simple thing like that not knowing that one company will have a holiday at some point, like a public holiday, it's not like a random thing that just instantly occurred and just randomly out of the blue. It was something that has been planned ages ago already, so this was really foreseeable. But for some reason, they do not have the means to communicate stuff like that, which really frustrates me and makes me think of who the hell is working on that matter, that they cannot even handle simple things like that. But rant off, like I said, this is just a personal thing I don't understand from my own experience with publishers, game portals, and stuff like that. They do communicate, you just have to go and do it. They usually are not the ones to initiate communication, but if you ask them nicely and you give them a proper reasoning, they usually are very open, which makes me think that Dom is kinda lazy on that part. But yeah, rant off, like I said. The worst thing is, though, like I said, delays, also delay of the class. They announced classes this and there, and they still push them far away. Probably the most hurting issue is that they delayed Awakenings, probably for another 2 months, which drove a lot of people off, including myself. I'm kinda I'm not really mad about it, I'm more like a sad person about it, because yeah, Awakenings that late into the game is gonna hurt the community quite a bit. Some classes would require these to be effective in both PvE and PvP, but for some reason they thought it's a good idea to delay them so long, and we still don't know if you really get them with Valencia 2, and when the hell we're gonna get that. So this is really something I don't like, and that could possibly kill the game, or hurt the game even more than it already is. And yeah, lastly, the issue with the PK system, that they removed the XP loss upon PK, pretty much destroyed all of the PvP, or most of the PvP community. Most of those people instantly left, half quit within the past 2 weeks, or are on the verge of quitting, including myself. Basically, I have resigned from any PvE or PvP activity so far. All I'm doing is focusing on life skills, not only because they did change that, but they also broke another of their promises when they said that they will not ninja patch anything anymore, and they still ninja patched a major game-changing thing like that on us, which pushes me to that fact again that they seem to not be able to communicate with Pearl Abyss. And that just cries that something is terribly wrong in one of these companies, or even both, that stuff like that cannot be communicated properly. I find it hard to believe that even after so long, they still get these ninja patches, and that Pearl Abyss is not telling them what the hell is going to be patched. That doesn't make any sense. They are the publisher for the Western market. They are the ones channeling, getting the feedback. So if you don't give them the details, what the hell is going on, really? It doesn't make any sense to me, but maybe there are internal reasons for that to be happening that way. I don't know, I just find it completely stupid, but that's just really my personal, I guess, opinion and rant on that. Anyway, but the XP loss itself on PK, I'm not gonna argue about that, because I personally think it's a bad change, yet they could have implemented that with Valencia, because then it's going to be a major, or it can be a major issue. because the desert is a lot more punishing than the current content is. But right now, I don't really see the reason for that to be removed. A lot of people complained about griefers, even though our system is a lot more rewarding for griefers than the Korean version, but people don't seem to know that. And yeah, it's just really a thing I don't understand, really. But like I said, I'm not going to rant about that. I think it was a bad change. It was too early. It should have been implemented with Valencia and not right now. But it is what it is. They said that they will not revert that change, so there's nothing to be done about that. And we just have to hope that the player base didn't take too much of damage due to that. Lastly, why I'm not really focusing on anything in PvE or PvP is, for one, of that PK issue. It's insanely cancerous to farm crowded spots now. Ogres is overrun by people. It's really, really damn annoying to farm these now because you have absolutely no means to claim them for yourself. And I know people will jump up now. Yeah, but why do you think you can claim a spot? Why do you think I cannot claim a spot? This is exactly how any open world PvP game worked ever. If there's something that's limited, the first one or the strongest one will claim it. It was always that way and will always be. I don't really get the point of that being an issue, really. But yeah, that's just really my point on that. And the second thing is they extended the XP event for I think almost 2 weeks now, and God knows how long they will keep that extended. And to be fair, they will probably drop even bigger XP events in the future, so I don't feel like wasting my time right now, because for one, this XP event applies to life skills as well, which is the first of that kind that allows us to level up life skills very easily, or, well, not very easily, but faster. So pretty much all I'm doing is working on life skills. You can see that here, that I should be artisan soon on 3 of these professions, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna rank up the others, but I'm definitely working on that rather than grinding at the moment. And the second thing is, like I said, it probably will be happening in the future that we will get 50% XP events or even 100% XP events, especially when we get new classes so people can catch up. New population can grow, or people that joined, I don't know, 2 months, 3 months after the game still have a chance to be competitive. But simple as that is, I don't really feel like grinding 150 hours for the next level, simply because I think my time is too valuable for that. So pretty much what I've been doing lately is just recover my energy, harvest my garden, do some gathering, do some processing, do some cooking, and in the meantime, lying in the bed, recovering energy, and pretty much playing other games. But yeah, like I said, I'm not quitting yet. I will definitely take a look at the future development of the game. If they do actually make some nice developments and some good changes in the future, I might actually go back to full-time playing, but as it currently stands, I just don't think it's worth putting too much time and effort into the game, because we don't really know what the development will be looking like and how large the player base will be, because to be honest, if we're gonna play on a dead server, then I'd rather play a completely different game, because this game was very lively and crowded at the beginning, which naturally decreases over time. But simply these recent changes crushed the player base quite badly, so I really hope they are able to fix that. Anyways, yeah, that's pretty much all about the ranting and the current situation of the game. Like I said, all-time low of player base, a lot of guilds disbanded already, large PvP guilds are on the verge and the brink of extinction. So what's gonna be left are the PvE population, which will probably happily divide the content for themselves, which is fine, but that's not what I'm looking for in this game. So if that's to be the course that the game will take, then I am afraid I will not be on board of that ship. Anyways, yeah, like I said, no content, just ranting and rambling on about. Hopefully this gave you some insight why I'm probably not gonna make any future content of BDO anytime soon. And I might be putting up content of different games instead. Anyways, thank you guys for watching and sticking around so far. It still has been a blast so far with Black Desert, and I really hope that they can change it and turn it around. But in the case that it's going to be sinking even more, then I will definitely be one of these people to abandon this ship. Yeah, because there's still better games on the market and better stuff to waste my time on. Anyways, hopefully see you guys soon in hopefully another proper video. And if not, see you in whatever game I will be playing next, and I will be making video content.